if you don't destroy yourself, you won't ever be able to rebuild. We always talk about self-improvement journeys and our path and all that stuff we take and our dreams and goals, but it doesn't happen until you go through the battlefield to get you onto that path. To become the person you are now, the person you want to become, I mean, you have to go through some trials and tribulations so you could be prepared and so you could become that person. Before the self-improvement, it's self-destruction. Your bad habits will get to you where those bad habits and bad things you be doing that's slowing you down will get you to where you're supposed to go. Then you got to get rid of them. That's the thing with the self destruction and then the self improvement journey. You have to go through these problems, and you got to realize you got to change before you could decide to go to these self improvement journeys. Because it was suck to be perfect, bro. It was suck to be perfect. Because being perfect, you don't realize there's flaws. You don't realize there's things you got to fix. You don't realize there's things you got to change. So being flawed is honestly perfect, if that makes sense. I'd rather be flawed than perfect. Because when you're flawed, then you know what you could change and what you could fix. When you're perfect, you don't think anything could be changed or fixed. So those habits you have right now, those problems you have, those things that you really want to get rid of, but you just can't yet. Don't feel like you won't ever change, bro. Don't feel like anything won't be different. Don't feel like that your life is gonna end because of it. Because honestly, those bad habits is leading you to that breakthrough. Because you're gonna get to that point where enough is enough, bro. Enough is enough, and you're gonna want to really change, bro. You're gonna truly, really want to change, and it's because of these bad habits. Because of these bad habits. But the thing with that, don't let these bad habits actually take your life, physically and mentally. Don't let those bad habits take your life, for real. You're gonna have to get to that point now, later. But I would say do it now because you don't want to get to that point where it's too late. But them bad habits is basically your fuel, bro. They're the fuel that's gonna skyrocket you to that better version of yourself, and then you gotta let it go like a rocket. Like a rocket, it goes through. The bad habits is the bottom. That's the light that blows up and that goes. Sends you flying up, and then you gotta let them go, bro. You gotta let them go and don't look back. You don't look back, bro. So I get where you're coming from and how you feeling because you feel like nothing's gonna change. You feel like your life is really not good and it's in a bad direction, and you don't know if anything's gonna be different and all that. But just remember that those bad habits is really gonna be your fuel to change, bro. Look at them bad habits and realize I don't want to do them anymore. I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to do those things anymore. You know, and take that and remind yourself that that's not where you want to go. That's not who you want to be. And take that and use that as the fuel, the leverage, the momentum. Because when I look back onto my old version of myself, it makes me realize, like, bro, you got a lot of work to do. You don't ever want to go back. You can't go back. You know, if I continue to be in him, my life is over. So that's my fuel. That's my fuel. Because with that, bro, it will take you far, dude. Like, honestly, I'm thankful. I'm truly thankful for my bad habits. It took me a minute to realize this, but I'm truly thankful for my bad habits. Because if it wasn't for them, then whatever, I would not be here today. If it wasn't for me indulging in so much weed, corn, bad food, laziness, I would not be here because I just kept doing it. Just kept doing it to the point where it was an everyday thing. And then something clicked, bro. Something clicked where it was like, I can't do this anymore. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, bro. If I didn't deal with those, I wouldn't even be here today. I wouldn't be doing these videos. If I didn't let them bad habits take over my life, I would not be here today. I truly wouldn't. It's like when a forest catch on fire, bro. First is destruction. First is ugliness. First is just all wiped out. It gets so bad, it's just terrible, you know? And then it starts growing back. It starts growing back into a beautiful forest, bro. That's how I got to where I was today. That's how I got to who I am today. Because I unintentionally, I didn't realize it, but thinking back on it, I'm glad I did. Because I was letting the flame burn up. I was letting my bad habits take my life, control my life, destroy my life, bro. And then once the dust settled, bro, a plant started growing. It started with one little sapling. That's it, one little sapling. And it started growing and then growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. Now look at me, bro. I'm trying my best. I'm working hard. I'm doing all these things because I don't want to go back to that. I don't want that flame to burn again. I want to be a big and grown, strong forest, you know? So don't think that those bad habits are going to ruin your life, because you know you got to change, bro. You know you got to change. And it's going to happen because of those bad habits. Like I'm saying, self-destruction, you got to self-destruct before you can reconstruct. You got to self-destruct before you can reconstruct. You can't build a new house without tearing down the old house, bro. That's what's going to get you far. Yeah, we all talk about the self-improvement. We always talk about how good it is. It's great. It's good. But before that, bro, before that, it takes a lot of bad habits, a lot of bad decisions, a lot of problems that you don't want to deal with for the rest of your life to change your life, bro. But the thing is, it's a double-edged sword, because you can't know that you're doing. You can't go out and do these bad things because you think, oh yeah, now it's gonna change my life. I ain't saying go and do these bad things, because don't do that. Don't do that, bro. What's gonna happen? It's gonna happen naturally. What's gonna happen is there's gonna be a period in your life where everything's just so bad, and all these habits, you're just doing everything you're not supposed to do. It's gonna happen in your life when it's just hitting you and hitting you and hitting you. Bad habit after bad habit, bad decision after bad decision. And you're gonna be sitting alone, bro. Wherever you, I don't know where you gonna be at, but for me, it was my room. I was sitting in my room alone. It was dark. I didn't even want to play no game. I didn't even want to listen to music. I didn't even want to look at my TV. I was just sitting in my room, looking at the ceiling, and it hit me like, bro, it's time for me to reconstruct. It's time for me to change. So I'm not saying go out and do these bad habits, because if you keep doing it, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. You know, when you force it, it's not gonna work. You're just gonna go down that path because you're choosing to go down that path. What's gonna happen is things just gonna be happening all at once, and all these bad habits, and then it's just gonna click. It's going to click, bro. Trust me, it's going to click, because it happens to everybody. It happens to a whole bunch of us. Hopefully, you know, if you don't realize it, then you got a lot of growing to do, bro, or it's too late. And I don't want it for you guys for it to be too late. I truly don't, man. But it's gonna happen when it's just gonna click in your mind where it's time for, you know, it's time for me to change, bro. It's time for me to change. It's time, like, it's truly time for me to change, bro. And maybe you're rebuilding now and you're working on yourself now, and you're kind of feeling like you fell off, right? You fell off and you're feeling, bro, I can't get back up. You can get back up. You can get back up, bro. I fell off since trying to change my life. It's been a year and a half. Yeah, a year and a half. Actually, maybe two. Maybe two, but no, actually, a year and a half, my bad. A year and a half. Since then, I fell off about 50, 60 times, probably even more, maybe even less, who knows. But I fell off so many times throughout that year and a half because you can't expect to change overnight, bro. I have 7 years of bad habits, bro. Bad habits, bad decisions. 7 years of bad decisions. So I can't expect for me to change in a year and a half. Have I done more than I have in a year and a half? Yes. Have I improved more than I have in a year and a half? And then I have in 7, like, have I improved in this year and a half compared to that 7 years? Have I done more? Yes. But I'm not expecting my life to change. I'm not expecting to be cured or better. I'm not. And the same thing with you. You're going to fall off. Trust me, you're going to fall off. You're going to fail. You're gonna get knocked down, bro. You're gonna scrape your knee. But you can't let that be the reason you don't ever get back up. You can't. You know this is gonna happen. Know this in the back of your head that you're gonna fail one day. I ain't saying keep it and remind yourself that it's gonna fail. I ain't saying always think about it, but know in your back of your head that you might fail. You might fail. You're bound to fail. You're bound to fail. But failure it's amazing. It's great. It's good for you. Failure is the best thing that can happen to you. The times I failed, bro, you know what always happened every time I failed? I came back and did something different. And I lasted longer. And I learned from the first time. It's like this game I played, Dead Owls, I forget the name. It's where you play and you get far, and if you lose, you restart with nothing. With nothing. I mean, there's some of like perks and stuff where you could like get spawn weapons or whatever, but you restart with nothing, bro. And the map starts all over again. That's how your life is now. The fact that you restart is not a bad thing because you have the knowledge, you kind of have the route, you kind of have the plan, you kind of have the expectation, you kind of have the drive because you want to get farther than you was before. Once you restart, you have the same knowledge you had when you were starting before. And failing gives you a more boost because you get to restart, you get to relearn, you get to redo, you get to try something different. I failed so many times, right? Every time I failed, I came back with something different. Recently, for me, I failed with my routine. I fell off. The time I got sick, last video we talked about, I got sick, I lost my job, fell off my routine, all this. I came back. It took a little bit. I came back. Now I'm a vegan. I don't eat meat, bro. And I feel good and great. I would have never became a vegan if I never would have fell off. And if my uncle never brought it up. But yeah, you see what I mean? Like I fell off and I was in that mode where, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get back up. But I came back with trying something different. I stopped eating meat, bro. And I've been feeling great. I've been feeling good. Like my skin feels smooth. I don't feel heavy. I don't feel lazy. Like I ain't saying like everything's changed because it's only been like a week. But I feel better. I feel great. And I don't feel like going back to eating meat anytime soon. I was finna just do a month. But I think I'm going to go longer because I feel good. I really enjoy it, I have no problem not eating meat right now. Like, really. I have the cravings of certain things, but at the same time, I really don't need it. I don't really want it because I know it's better than me, So think about it like that. You gonna fail, but know when you come back, you might try a different route. You might try a different thing. So failing is not the end of the story, bro. Failing is not. Failing is growth. That's it. Failing is growth. Because once you fail that first time, now you could go back and write up a new game plan. Now you can write up a new schedule, a new routine. If it didn't work the first time, it might work the second. If it don't work the second, it might work the third. It might not work the third. It might make the fourth or the fifth or the sixth, and so on, bro. And the thing with me, I failed so much, but I got back up quickly, and at the same time that I have more wins than failures. And that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to fail so many times, but when you get back up as soon as possible, whether it's a week, a month, a day, you know, a couple of hours, every time you get back up, bro, you just added a point to the board. You just added a point to the board, bro. So say if you got 5 failures, right? Say if you fail 5 times, but you got up each and every last time, and you went longer. So say you went a week, you failed. You went longer. So say you failed again, but you went 2 months. You feel me? And then from them 2 months, right, you failed again. Then you went 3 months. And say you go on to another month, you failed again. So you got all them months racking up, right? All them times racking up where you got back up and you went longer than you did the first time. You're not failing, bro. You're not failing. Just because you can't do it every day like everybody says, because this was going to happen. All these videos on self-improvement always going to say, stay consistent, stay hard, stay disciplined, stay working hard, stay doing all this every day. You're not finna do that every day. You're going to fail. You're going to fall off, bro. You're going to fall off. Trust me. It's not, I don't know what these people are. I don't know how they talk like this because I'm not. I'm not David Goggins. I'm not like them. I'm not finna be consistent every single day for the rest of my life, for the rest of the month. I'm not, bro. I'm going to fall off. There's going to be, I'm going for 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, maybe even a couple of months. And then there's going to be a day where, you know what? I don't feel like doing none of that. And I'm not going to do it because you don't have to do it, bro. Just because you didn't do it one day doesn't mean you're failing. Just because you didn't do it 2 days doesn't mean you're failing. Just because you didn't even do it for a month, you're not failing, bro. It's going to be hard to get back up. Trust me, if you wait that long, but I recommend to go off for a month. But 1, 2, 3 days, maybe even 2 weeks, bro, you're good. You're good, dude. I fell off for 2, 3 weeks, and I came right back like nothing even happened. And I didn't fail because I had more wins than failures, bro. And this is what I mean. Like, it takes a lot of destroying yourself before you can build yourself back up. It takes a lot of it. A whole bunch of it. Because you won't ever know what you want to do next, what you want to do, how to fix it, how to better it, how to rebuild. You won't ever know. Let me make sure we still record. Yeah, you won't ever know because you didn't destroy yourself. So all them videos saying you have to stay consistent every day. You won't ever have to fall off. Don't ever do that. Stay disciplined. Stay consistent, bro. Watch it if you want to watch it. But if you're like me, if you're watching these videos because you realize you're not as perfect like they say they are, then this is for you because you gonna fail and it's gonna be okay. You gonna fall off and it's gonna be okay. You gonna destroy yourself before you become the real you, the better you, because it's okay. You're doing just fine, bro. You're doing just fine. Trust me, you're doing just fine, bro. Like, I said before, you gotta destroy yourself before you can rebuild. You gotta self-destruct before you can reconstruct. Because it will be the best thing to happen in your life, bro. The best thing, because I talked about, I'm thankful for my bad habits. I said that. I'm thankful for my bad habits. The rebuilding is good for you. Failing is good for you, bro. It's my bad. I'm reading to make sure I'm not off track. But yeah, bro. Remember that it's okay. It's okay that you're destroying yourself. It's okay that you're failing. Because once you get back up, you're going to build a skyscraper. You're going to become that man you're supposed to be, that woman you're supposed to be. You're going to grow like you're supposed to. So don't stress over being perfect because you're doing the right thing. You're right in the right path. You're going where you're supposed to go, bro. You're going through that battlefield to reach that self-improvement journey. And that battlefield is going to be the reason that skyrockets you, that pushes you, that motivates you to keep going. So believe in yourself, and I know you got this, bro. For real. I know you got this. Leave in the comments if there's a moment where you feel like not giving back up, or a moment where you feel like you can't give up, or a moment where you feel like, oh, I'm destroying myself. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. You know, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. Be safe out here there. I catch you on the next one. You dig?